Welcome to the Two Boots Word Vault podcast. Longtime friend and host of KFAI Radio's Eclectic Collective program, Maureen Skelly, joined poets Michael Moos, Donna, Isaac, and me for the February Cottage Salon Poetry Scrum. Here's Maureen's first poems. Maureen Skelly. Maureen and I go way back. Yeah, we used to do the Northland Literary Review back in the 80s with Roy McBride and on KFAI.
We also performed with Poetry for the People.
Poetry for the People. We did. If there was a rally, a political rally, we were there, banging drums, shouting poems and insults and thumbing our noses and all those kind of things. And Maureen she's still doing radio on KFAI.
I didn't do it for a long time, but then actually about 8 years ago, I thought I better throw my hat back in the ring again. And there is a wonderful community access show available for people in Minneapolis, in Minnesota, the Wave Project, and people can write up their own proposal and do a 1-hour show. I don't know if people are all aware of that, but it's very simple to get on. There's a great staff that runs the board for you, and it's a good public access opportunity. So, I was thinking along the lines of doing a couple winter poems too, of being as it returned a bit. So, this is an old one that came to mind this morning. Meeting winter. We wake simply on a good morning. Light pulses harder to reach us through colder clouds. Calmed by this luminous day moon, thoughts drift inwards and body turns to meet the north. In longer nights we dream of earth again. Past and present run together with the buffalo over widening plains, and rivers are pure enough to drink. We carry them into the day, where the future is once again limitless. Showered in day moonlight, we grab a torch, turning, meeting, returning north. So I wanted to share one that I had written. It's my last winter one here, on a Christmas trip to New Mexico one year, Madrid, New Mexico, a place where I was fortunate enough to spend quite a bit of time. And this one, Dallas accompanied me when we did this on the radio show, and that was fun to have musical accompaniment for this one. Christmas in Madrid. Camping midst howls of dogs, juniper smoke and a thin snow illumines lights in every house in this town in the 1920s dubbed the Christmas capital of America. When once a mining company town, a reconstructed Nazareth blazed forth, blatant or mysterious, to adult or child, up from the cactus-mottled ground. spawning a wire-winged angel gliding from mountain to mountain across the valley. Now the huddled, abandoned houses lighten, as if brightness of the season ferrets out darkness of the most clinging memories. In the high desert mesa country, dry arms of the earth mother hold her people in such ancient depth. The littered road to the dump of 50 years, an adolescent joke, next to round caves Anasazi peered through each sunrise. A woman pauses to drink, the close silence of the mountain-sheltered moment, wondering if it was love of God or man or place. Who named these mountains? Ortiz, Sangre de Cristo, Madrid, softly blooming muted pathway, Main Street, muffled tavern music, distant calling our dance feet, central earth root Christmas town celebration, sing mountain heart song for all of us who work to be sparked again. So I guess it's kind of torches and sparking things in the winter. I wanted to read 2 Minneapolis-based poems here as examples of other things that have occurred in Minneapolis over many years, other than just the more recent occurrences, just to kind of remind people. And no one has been killed. A giant party has erupted in the streets of Minneapolis. Cars whiz by for hours, honking. Fireworks explode upon the wind. Cheers carried 2 miles to my door through the misting, drizzling October rain. Clamors of human thunder. Artists wish it were poetry, music, or dance that arouse such statewide celebration. Crazed and youthful generations celebrate. Tonight you win for each one of us who needs a victory, and no one has been killed. And the cave shelter of a transient we found today along the Mississippi, fire shards and socks with holes hung on branches to dry. May the judgmental arms of humanity enfold your shoulders too, in mad and joyful camaraderie. Tossing the ball, once a native sacred ceremony. Tossing the ball back and forth, batting planets between 2 people, dropping, fumbling, catching, more and more frequently with practice, confidence, knowledge of the other partner. Partners teach us to play in fairness, with our hearts centered, the whole long, enduring game. The winning pitcher, with a humble sideways glance, said, "I don't know where it came from, but I just kept playing with what I've got." Mystery fuel our fires when we need them most, all fires under overhanging cliffs, in railroad jungles. Humanity loves itself again. Let it last a while beyond tomorrow, as we almost gladly gather beer cans from the banks of the smiling river. And do you know what that one was about?
Yes, I think so. Big memory.
Celebratory.
Yeah, well, I was thinking I needed to maybe put something more. It was the Twins winning the World Series.
All right.
No, it's perfect.
Okay.
No, went right to it.
All right, okay, because I thought, well, are people going to get that this is about the Twins
If you're
winning the
from
World
here,
Series?
of course.
Yeah. Now, this is one that I'm reading for my friend Rebecca Paradis there. This was also a Minneapolis-inspired poem, and it's a spring poem. It's called Brave-Hearted Birds. We had a lot of bird images here today. If I was a brave-hearted bird, a saint-like angelic bird who raced jet planes, if I was a reincarnated bird come back to help humanity, we would gather on hilltops and valleys, plotting our next descent into the cities. You cover Minneapolis, you St. Paul. You cover the nursing homes, you the hospitals. Your voice will carry above the sound of the traffic at rush hour. You cover the waitresses on their 5-minute cigarette breaks. You awaken the woman from a dream. Albatross and eagle, chickadee and jay, roosters under bridges, turtle doves, birds who drop no bombs. Sing, sing so our hearts will open again. Sing so our hearts will hear. One more? Okay, I thought I had to read a Black Hills poem for Michael here. Enduring dawn. Light drapes across northern plains, climbs ponderosa boughs, hills, peaks over edge of canyon. The light has come to campers in the valley of the Coolidge Creek. A silent leaping from rocky outcrop across high cliffs, rays shed over needles, spires, ancient, animated rocks. Dark-eyed white mountain goats watch from their home, high in the Pahasapa, the Black Hills. The land speaks underneath our feet, weaving through our breath, bodies, dreams, and prayers, the thundering of years. I put my hands on the warm rock in the middle of the creek. What has it seen, heard, absorbed in this valley 100 years? Sacred to the Lakota, abundant fish and game for survival, the coming of the white man, settlers, railroads, the near extinction of the buffalo, and their recovery here again in what has been recognized as sacred land now by many races, a larger hoop. 2. My little sister's delight, 3-year-old white feet in clear Coolidge Creek waters. A deer tentatively moves closer, nibbles oak leaves from her hand in the early 60s. Small cabins, brown logs or boards with yellow trim. Coolidge Inn, a cafeteria. We sit at tables eating blueberries and cream. In this valley my mother loved, lodge my father admired, to which we all return now, each spring. 60 years, my parents' legacy to us, DNA remnant of some old migration, ancestors with us. I sit on porch of State Game Lodge, wide with history, huge, colorful native rock, fireplaces sparkle, summer White House of Calvin Coolidge, Teddy Roosevelt, historic photos of gatherings of tribes, and we thank them. Black Elk, Peter Norbeck, Badger Clark, and so many others, people of vision who knew to protect the land and creatures for future generations, for us, so we can free the mind and wind the meandering wildlife loop road of buffalo, antelope, prairie dog, meadowlark, so we can hike the bluffs, swim in clear cold water, rest and renew in the ancient heart of North America. We envision Custer State Park 100 years into the future for those to come, hearts content and full in the sacred old mountains of the Black Hills. A light emerges, simply endures through ponderosa boughs.
Thanks, Maureen.
Thank you.